Okay, this is for the third technique, bound edge. So the first thing I've done is I've cut a cross grain strip of 1¼ inch. So this is mine, it is 1¼ inch wide, but I've just gone ahead and pressed it to be its finished width. So there's, you can sew on one edge first and then flip it over and sew the other one, but I'm going to just sew it all together. So I'll sandwich my neckline in between here and sew it. So here's my strip, and then the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to serge only one shoulder seam together. So again, I am putting my clear elastic tape on here on the back shoulder seam, and I'm going to serge that on, and then I'll show you attaching the binding to the neckline. Okay, so I've serged one shoulder seam with the clear elastic tape on the back, and now I'm going to just attach my binding all the way around this whole neckline before I serge this shoulder seam to this one. As far as the length of this strip, I just cut it plenty long for the neckline, and then so I'm just going to sandwich my the way I've pressed it. I'm going to sandwich my neckline in between here and then stitch around, and then I'll just trim off whatever excess I have. So for this, when I'm sewing, I am going to pull it a little bit just so that it doesn't warp. So I'm going to put this under the machine. I'm going to slightly pull on my bias strip as I stitch it to my neckline. So I'll do that step, and then I'll show you when I'm finished. Okay, so I've bound this whole neckline. And now I'm just going to serge these two shoulder seams together, and I will add the elastic tape on the back. Okay, so I've serged that other shoulder seam together with the clear elastic tape in the back. So after this, you would do the same technique with this, this strip. You would bind the edge all the way around of your armhole, and then just serge your side seam together. So I won't be going over that part, but you'll be doing the exact same thing like you did the neckline. So again, just cut another strip and then bound this whole entire armhole around before you serge this side seam together, and then the same thing on the other side. And then for this one, so bind armholes, serge side seams, so I just went over that. And then for this one, you hem with a rolled hem. So if you have a rolled hem foot, that's great, but if you don't, just turn it 1/2 inch twice for a 1 inch overall uptake. So you would turn it once at 1/2 inch, and then again at 1/2 inch for a 1/2 inch rolled hem. So that would be the finished step after you serge your side seams together. So that is the bound edge technique.